got this, Daddy.
I hate you.
Yeah.
I hate you, you
come
son
on,
of a...
Daddy. Come on, Daddy. I stayed in the bushes. I was like, this is gonna come out very, very wrong. Just go with me. Trying to catch your daughter. Fucking masturbating.
I should. Hang on.
He still keeps saying that, you know, he's trying to find time, but in the same boat. Your life is crazy. Only so much you could do. But he's a Switch boy, so you would have better luck catching him on Switch than anything else right now, because he's a Switch boy. Oh, bitch.
Oh, the
bitch.
system.
2
Okay.
seconds. You beat me by 2 seconds.
Welcome to the Sconer podcast. I don't know how else. I've been recording. That could no, we won't do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, fine. Fuck you guys then. Cool. Welcome. We have no topics today, so enjoy this. that is today. Okay. So here's the thing: is guys, been on a journey, been losing some weight. You know, got to stay in shape, get your nipples hard and rocked up. Joseph is currently in another planet. And Charles still looks like he's trying to blink for help with the sinus in the basement, being like, and Funker's here. So I just want to real fast bring up. I've been trying to lose some weight, trying to get my titties hard, muscles gains. You know, I'm trying to get it going. I need to be able to beat Daddy one day. So I broke my.
This is what Joseph thinks. I think it's about drive. It's about power meme in there.
Speaking of that, Jordan, you might get a kick out of this. So I took an edible the other day when I was like, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm feeling pretty good because it's the one where it's just a body high, not a head high, right? Mm-hmm. And I go into the gym. I have some earbuds in. I'm listening to just a lot of really good songs, right? And I just pick up some weights and I'm just sitting on the thing. They're about 30-pound weights, the average for me, right? And I'm just sitting there doing them. And then I'm listening to 20, 30 songs. And all of a sudden I'm like, you know what? I think this is enough, man. My arms are starting to hurt. The guy comes up to me. He's like, are you trying to hurt yourself? I was like, no, why? He's like, you just did 100 sets of 30-pound weights. I was like, oh, it's fine. I get out to my car, and all of a sudden, when I go to grab my steering wheel, my arms start to shake and drop down. Literally, I'm glad I live 5 minutes from my gym. Because I basically just sat my arms on the steering wheel and was going like this when I went to go turn. And now today still, right here, at the, I forget what those are called. Right here, this is the only part that actually hurts still. But yeah, don't do that, guys. Don't do an edible and go to the gym. You think you're going to have a good time. You're not going to have a good time.
I will.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just going to do the edibles.
I'm gonna do half of it.
Yeah, at least you did the good half.
I feel healthier already.
It's all about how you feel. If you love the way you are, fuck it, have the edible. Don't go to the gym. It's fine, or do Daddy, do both. But I don't partake in the edibles-ness. I think it's fun for other people too. I don't, because I'm a weirdo, I guess. But my
maybe that'll help my anger problem when it comes to video games.
No, nothing's gonna help your fucking anger problems. You're like an anger monkey that gets his tail stepped on every week. You're not. It's not gonna help.
You're like an angry monkey that throws poo at himself.
Oh, this guy's.
No, I just throw it at Jordan.
Dude, me and Charles were playing Fortnite the other day, and I was just doing my own thing. I said the other day, I think it was Wednesday before Joseph hopped on, and we're playing. Me and him are just BSing back and forth, and it gets to the point wherever she just starts going off on this whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, are we trying to win this or what? He's like, yeah, well, obviously want to win it. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm listening for footsteps and stuff like that. I'm like, I think I hear a footstep. Shot fired. I didn't even need to take 2 seconds before I realized he tried to shoot me in the back. So, ever want to go competitive with this man? Just don't. Just don't. Oh, wait, starting this whole thing off, I said I'm fat. I broke my treadmill. Now it's going to cost $700 to fix. There we go. Got that over.
Why don't you use the natural
You
treadmill?
got a Bowflex.
No. I'm getting a Bowflex, and I don't like working out in public. So I don't like running in the morning. I used to, but
I don't like going. I don't like swimming in public, but I still do it, figuring on the rare occasion.
I thought about getting one of those Bowflex things because they look nice.
Mhm.
And they're not like stupid overpriced anymore like they were back in the day.
No, they're not as overly priced. I got a little indoor gym, and it's absolutely amazing. But I've been trying to really push myself, and that's been probably the worst with lack of sleep. So I just been trying to do reverse pull-ups. So you just grab the bar and you pull it down, and I've been trying to do them at as high as I can get it. That's 150 because that's how much the machine goes. So I'm just trying to get like one new one in every single day. I don't go to the gym for one fucking day. I made the most girly sound out of my body. Instead of going, I went, and I couldn't get the bar down. I couldn't get, and I was doing it before, but I missed one day. And I went, I'm like, okay, cool, this is broken. So I had to bring it back down to 100. That 100 is still good, but I'm like, damn it, I fucking messed it up because I had to go and chase cows.
Yeah,
To make freaking like a Sailor Moon. Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
They,
go ahead.
they get the cows. They get away pretty easily. The
Or do they moo along?
high speed chase.
Their jokes are here on fire. No, they got
I was
sucked
going to say
away.
to make freaking.
Oh man,
I was gonna
on
say-
fire. That's dope. I love steak.
And I was just gonna say, freaking that just freaking make a Sailor Moon sound or a freaking anime freaking cat sound or some shit.
Never seen
All that-
Sailor
No,
Moon.
you guys
and-
handled it really well. I'm proud of you. So I got one of these a few years ago. It's a push-up pad. I'm trying to get it into the phone. So I like these a lot. It took me a while before I really got into using it, and I realized that using it effectively was like trying to beat a Super Nintendo game, a difficult Super Nintendo game, one where there's no save point, there's no autosave, there's no checkpoints, there's no code to get more lives. So like the first level is like the chest exercise on the far end, and having it in my mind, it's like, okay, I have to do 10 of these before I can do in succession without break.
Mhm.
Do 10 of these, and then I move on to level 2. And the idea is, okay, every time I start the game over, I have to go back to level 1 and improve some of those muscles while then slowly challenging new sets of muscles. So the idea that's the idea. I'm still stuck on level 1, but I have a really positive feeling about this because I'm just using what I'm used to, which is gamifying things. By making a game out of it,
Mhm.
I have a sense of progression. So rather than trying to associate it with like how does it visually affect my muscles, because that was a losing battle. At least I can refer to it as how close, like how far along am I in the game, in the game of pushing up.
That's
So
actually,
doing that.
that's actually a pretty dope like way to think about it.
Yeah.
It's like finding
Yeah.
ways to make like exercise more fun by like adding something you're into doing. So yeah, that's actually pretty dope.
I'll share another one. I want to share another one. So I also, because I have my mobile game Battle Legion, not sponsored by Battle Legion yet, and it's a passive game. So for the most part, I'm just watching the fights play out on screen, and I realized that I can lie down while I'm doing this. So I rolled out my yoga mat, I lay flat on my back, and I'm just doing core exercises by moving my legs while I'm holding the phone up and like kind of further away from me so that it's better on the eyes. So the same thing is what you're saying, but like find a way to make it fun. Is that, hey, I'll be sitting on my ass playing this mobile game for an hour a day. Why not lay down on my ass and actually like get some reps in there while I'm doing that?
Yeah. I
yeah,
think
buddy of mine
go
did the
ahead.
same thing. Sorry, my buddy of mine was telling me that he used to back in the day he did it, and then like eventually like years later he figured out a more healthy way to do it. But he went on a diet, and he only ate like raw potatoes and played DDR at the house, like the old DDR pad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm into.
And he shredded so much fat off his body by doing that. He's like, I'll not do that ever again in my life, because he's like, that was a bad time. But he's like, now he's like, he'll like to watch TV. He has like a nice TV like in his office where there like a treadmill's on it or a bike, and he just sits on that thing, watches the shows, does what he needs to.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's.
I remember when
Go ahead.
Remember when DDR was like freaking the shiznits in the early 2000s and shit like that. Also, side note, how the fuck aren't you at least aware what the fuck's freaking Sailor Moon is? Freaking scrub.
I'm aware of Sailor Moon, I've just never seen it.
Neither have I, but I've still seen bits of it on YouTube.
Well, you would. Okay, here's the thing. I would see bits of it if I was interested in it. Because YouTube would be like, hey, I think you're kind of interested in this. Here you go. No, I don't get that because I don't watch anime. That's a lie. I watch Fullmetal Alchemist, but I don't watch it. I watch it like once a year. I watch an anime once a year, and that's it. That includes Ruby.
I was gonna say I don't really watch much anime, but I do like Death Note, and like my favorite one is a thing called Gantz. Like the original, like it's a really messed up like anime.
Is that the one with all the super buff like bodybuilders who beat the shit out of each other?
They're wearing the black rubber suits.
It's like kind of like violent. Like people's like their muscles get like ripped off and stuff.
Kind of. Without giving it away too much, there are people that are dead that are getting a second chance, and so they go and play this game, and where they got to kill aliens from another planet, and they get to wear these rubber suits and do whatever, and have certain kind of guns and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of extra stuff to that, but that's the core thing.
I just sort of imagine us all in a rubber suit.
Like one each, or all of us trying to
fit into
one.
Just all of us individually, just trying to get in a wetsuit. Just trying to get in a fucking rubber wetsuit.
We have a fun race, just like a soaked wetsuit. You can get it off first. Also, before we get too far off from exercising, you know what's dope? Jump rope. The missus and I started doing jump rope like last week, and it had not occurred to us how good of an exercise jump rope is. Engages core, engages legs, builds bone density, not as impact as running. And it's good. Well, it's okay for the arms because you're not really doing too much arm movement. It's mostly core and legs, but goddamn, it's good for cardio. So don't sleep on jump roping. If you're not, it's like one of the easiest things you can do. You can go to any store. I'm sure well, not any store. Go to any dollar store, Dollar General, Dollarama, Dollar Tree, Dollar Cent, Dollar. Got any of them? There's jump ropes there, and it'll take about like maybe a session or two to get used to it, and then off you go. It's great to build up that cardio, and I don't have to like. Because you know what I'm saying is you don't want to go for runs in public, right? So you don't want to be passing people. You don't want to like, but you don't have to do that. You're just hopping in place.
Yeah, and at least that's as not embarrassing. Because like for me, I don't know how to breathe properly because I get in my head about it. So now I start going, should I breathe out my mouth? Should I breathe in? So and that happens when I'm running. So I'll be listening to music, kind of like jamming along with the music. So my average run speed's 11 miles an hour. So I will just be sitting there, you know, and then I'll stop for a minute and just being like, okay, or someone's passing me and I'm like, am I breathing too loud? I'm breathing too loud. Should I breathe in through my nose? No, I should breathe in through my mouth so it's not as loud. But my shoes are now loud as shit because I can hear my shoes now. So do I... Wait, and then how was I breathing before? I will just destroy my mental health, and then I'll just walk home. I'll just be like, oh yeah, like I passed these ladies. I started running at like 5 in the morning because I was like, I just don't want to see anyone. Well, and then I started running with like this lady that always passes me every day. One day, she changed courses and she was running beside me, and I was like, if I pass her, I'm an asshole. But if I slow down and follow her, I'm a pedophile. So I'm like, I need to sit there and like not.
How was she?
16. So it's like, I don't want to sit there and, I don't want to follow someone behind, but I don't want to pass them, especially with my fucking 240-pound ass, passing them, going up the hill, and then being okay. Oh, she's catching up. Do I be a man and just keep running, or do I sit there and continue to catch my breath? No, I'm a man, so I keep running, and I'm like, she turns left every day, I'll turn right. And then she turns right with me, and I'm like, now I'm the predator.
Good point. Yeah, so jump rope.
Do it in my backyard.
I was gonna say, do jump rope. Then you don't have to be a pedophile.
Which is kind of
That's the
ironic
secret.
because if you think about the games that kids are playing, jump rope might involve them, but I'm not. I'm going to digress.
I missed you guys. I mentioned that. I fucking missed you guys.
I missed you too, Demon.
Yeah, you're alive.
Jury's still out on that one.
Damn it. So so we talk about exercising, and I don't want to completely swipe the subject yet, but I just wanna real fast jump into it. If one day we ever have the ability to, we all need to do like a workout stream or like a workout podcast where we're just working out the whole time. It will be the worst audio you ever imaginable.
Be like, oh wait, that's not supposed to go that way.
You got this, Daddy.
I hate you.
Yeah.
I hate you. You're
Come
son
on,
of a.
Daddy. Come on, Daddy. But the clips, and we could fit in a wetsuit.
Oh man.
Just idea of
If anything, maybe we'll get.
rubber suit. What?
If anything, we might get to hear Jordan make more anime noises.
That is true. No, I would have the ball gag in it. Like I would not. If when I'm on camera, I'm like I gotta be funny, but I also gotta be like manly. But when I'm at the gym, I'm like I'm a man here. I'm a man. Okay. I am a grown boy. I am not a man yet. I haven't had my bar mitzvah yet, so nope.
I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I remember seeing a short that was like a guy he got kicked out of a bunch of gyms for doing it, but like he'd start lifting weights and he'd do the whole like same sound, and
sounds like a cat in season.
Yeah, just I was like, oh my god. People are like, why you gotta talk like that, bro? He's like, talk like what? Like he would play it off like this is how he does it, and he would just do it with everything. He'd be like, yeah, things like that. Just oh my god, it was the funniest shit ever.
See, I think it's funny, but imagine being someone in that gym who is like just trying to be hyped and get some pumps in,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have that guy like doing that. It's like it's funny, but also like, bro. I need to like stay pumped up, not laughing, losing my pump, and like losing that like good. Let's go get him.
Did you say this was a no judgment free zone or no judgment zone? You sure? No judgment? Okay.
Well, maybe
It wasn't Planet Fitness.
They're adapting it. It's no open judgment. Okay. So people are judging silently? Yeah, no, that's fine.
I found Joseph next short.
right.
I'd be afraid of being one of those guys in the gym, freaking, one guy that gets freaking turned on here and those kind of noises. I'd be like, I probably should get out of here before anybody notices.
Well,
You shouldn't have had Blue Chew before you go to the gym.
Man, they should be a sponsor at this point, even though
You're right.
Do you use them?
No.
Then they shouldn't be a buzz sponsor. We can't sit there and talk about something and then being like, guys, and it's like, you should be a sponsor, and then it ever comes up in the future. They're like, hey, you guys have finally getting some good views. You want to be a sponsor? We don't use your product. Our dicks don't work, thank you.
Hey, look, as long as I see like out for the documentation, they're like, okay, as long as you don't have these conditions, this condition, I'll take one for the team. I'll try one for the team. But I just need to know that I'm not gonna have a heart attack, or it's not gonna like have a weird reaction. That's all I'm asking, guys. I just want to be reasonably the same person before or after I take the tablet. Okay, that's all I'm asking.
You know, how about I almost feel like we should all buy one and like do clips and just see what happens. Because
You
supposedly that
plan on
stuff
paying
works
my
pretty-
medical bill?
I'm just saying, like, if you think about that, all of us try to see what it does.
Guys,
Jordan?
today we decided to take Blue Chew and see how long we last.
Okay, so this is where I think microdosing comes in handy because apparently with psilocybin mushrooms, you can take under the recognizable dose where it'll have mental benefits, it'll have cognitive benefits, but you won't notice because it is too far beneath the threshold for you to actually realize you're high. So I'm pretty sure we can microdose Blue Chew, and I'm pretty sure we'll be okay.
Be like, hey guys, I feel pretty good. How do you know? Because it's kind of there.
Just a general, feeling of not so malaise anymore. That's all.
I'll
So-
be over there in my skin suit going, "Oh, is it hard here?" Huh.
See, I know Jordan. Jordan's the kind of guy that might just go buy like a dildo and throw it in his pants and be like, check it out. Oh my God, it worked, guys.
Damn it. that would have been me. I would have been like, "Man, something's rocked up." And it was like, don't even try that. I live by a school. I don't think I could do that.
I just want to say one thing about dildos really quick before we move on. But dildos have helped me get over my fear of automation. Because think about this for a second, okay? Okay, what are we worried about with automation? We're worried about computers and robots taking our jobs because they can perform better than us humans can. Okay, now my partner and I, we went into an adult toy store in Kensington Market, which is like our hipster zone in Toronto. The things that I see on these shelves, gentlemen, it's like solar powered, triple prong. One of them has a reservoir where you can pour like diffuser oil into so that it releases a lavender scent while you're using it. Okay, these dildos have got penises beat like 10-1, pun intended, and yet they still pick humans. Why? I don't know, but we're gonna be okay. Humanity is gonna be okay.
Well, actually,
What the fuck?
the answer to that one actually is because the male body produces like a chemical that reacts to women.
Yeah, I'm not
But
depending on
anymore.
chemicals. We need something else, man. We need like magic or something.
Blue Chew. We just talked about this.
I just said chemical. Okay. It's fine. Take a Blue Chew so you can go head to head with a lavender scented triple prong dildo. Got it.
Well, honestly, that's kind of fire though. Imagine sitting there and trying to catch like this is gonna come out very, very wrong. Just go with me. Trying to catch your daughter fucking masturbating.
I should hang on a second. Just go, guys, just no matter what I'm about to say, just go with it. Okay. Walking in on your daughter. Okay.
Okay.
The video's finished buffering. What happens next?
So, give you a scenario. You're trying to catch your daughter masturbating because you're like, my innocent girl.
trying to
She
catch
ain't
her
gonna
doing
masturbate.
All right,
And-
hypothetical.
Yeah, hypothetical. And you're like trying to catch her. Well, not like watch her, but I want to know she's doing it. So you get the like penis scented thing that releases every time you use it. Then anytime you smell that tuna, you know.
This is what you came back to, Funker, by the way.
You know she'd be putting that.
The next time you be smelling that tuna.
You're like, yeah, she's up there doing the dirty.
I got to tell you, you very nearly lost me. but I will commend like the delicate balance of I don't want to actually see it. I just need to walk in on it at just the right time to prove that it happened. I don't need to see anything.
Now see what you.
That's the vibe that I'm. Okay, I'm gonna see if my computer's working.
Gotcha. So we could have just said, you could catch your girlfriend doing it, do that.
That
Maybe
would have
your
probably been
wife.
smarter. That would have
Oh,
probably
Jordan
been...
just came off like a.
Or in your case, your parents.
Yeah. I could have that could have went so many other ways. I don't know why it went the way I did. I don't know. 8 hours of sleep in the last 4 days. That could be something.
That's 2 hours of sleep per day.
And the
Right.
one day I got 2, the one day I got 3, and it's been 1 and 1.
Okay.
So I'm on a new level of stupidness. So I do
Coming off a night-
apologize.
Freaking joint coming off like one of those freaking hyper strict freaking Christian families that freaking won't let you freaking touch yourself until you're like 18 or something.
Yeah, I guess what I was trying to do as a comedic viewer is I was trying to think of a way to utilize the penis air freshener with catching someone in the act. Because, I mean, why else would you like, damn, sex isn't enough. You know what I would really love to smell? Pizza Hut cologne. Could we just shove that shit in there? Every time you go 3 inches in, it just releases.
And you're like, hey, I didn't order the anchovy pizza.
That's why I said the tuna
mean,
stench. Because I thought, like, it would be funny.
I've seen like these little bottles of like perfume or
No, I
whatever. They
thought I
were
wasn't
thinking it was
gonna
like,
get stuff.
like soda.
Mm-hmm.
My God,
Crap.
this podcast is
Crap.
canceled material.
Stuffed crust is awesome. Joseph
I love our
mentioned
new
that
listeners on Rumble.
that's gonna be the only place that lets us on. Joseph, we never talked about it. I literally wanted to bypass it on, but he talked about checking his computer. His computer's having the blue screen of death. So currently he's on his phone. That I like the angles. We like how closer it is to his face, so we're all kind of got that. Yeah, we love it. I was gonna make another hard joke, but we've already said too many. We've talked about working out and being hard and edibles, so I don't know where this is going. But so that's what's happening there. So that's why he's on his phone. And I guess the biggest what's happened this week? Like, what's happened in the last 2 weeks of the world?
Face is falling apart.
That's every day.
So they did announce, as many people know already that does TikTok, the bill for TikTok ban has started.
Oh, shit.
But-
That's actually important.
Yes. But, so some updates about it because I've been keeping up on the TikTok stuff because everyone knows that I'm the TikTok guy. So the bill has went through and TikTok has 9 months to find a U.S. buyer, company to buy their company. But the TikTok is currently suing the U.S. government for basically breaking our freedom of speech because technically the servers for TikTok are now in what they call Project Texas, which is literally basically servers are in a secured building in Texas ran by a U.S. security company now. So they're basically going to go to court with that, which means there's a good chance that TikTok will be around a lot longer than that because something that costs billions of dollars, it's usually going to take them a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So people want to get in the mindset of like 9 months. People in the U.S. we're not going to be on here. It's probably going to be a lot longer than that, to be honest. And also keep in mind that there is the option that TikTok would take a pay cut and sell their business to a U.S. company. Now, also with that said, people wonder why TikTok has cost so much. They're like, why is this just another app? Why is it so much money? It is so much money because they have an AI system built in to the algorithm. Excuse me if I can't say that correctly. That is far superior than any other program out there, to where some companies actually want to buy just the AI, and they're like, no, you either buy TikTok or you don't buy it at all. Multiple big companies have already tried to make offers about it. They said that's not enough. But for the most part, in a nutshell, it is about 9 months before the quote unquote U.S. TikTok ban. But because it's going to go into the Supreme Court, probably going to be a lot longer than that.
Yeah,
Probably
that's.
considering the fact no longer take them. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Probably it's going to take taking quite a while, considering how long it takes the freaking Supreme Court to get anything done half the time.
But the argument against that one actually is this is the first time in a long time we actually had them vote 70%, which is the highest vote against something that we've had in many, many years. So with Congress doing that, it is kind of scary. But at the same time, like I hope that, freedom of speech doesn't get taken away from the U.S. citizens, because it is an app that people get to use the app to talk about the things that they want to talk about, regardless if it's something that's important or something that's, hey, check out my cat, videos. All information for your freedom of speech is important no matter what it is.
Even
Just
if
remember
you're
that. Yes.
Especially if you're
If
wrong.
they ever tried,
Yeah.
Especially if you're wrong.
That's the right to fight over, is the right to be wrong and to explore those ideas in the interest of trying to be right later.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
they tried taking the freedom of speech away, they're just gonna have a real life version of that Civil War movie that just came out.
Yeah, I just hope it wouldn't be over TikTok. That would be the lowest that our country would ever see. We finally start a civil war, and it's because they banned TikTok. That would be the world's stupidest fucking thing.
I mean,
Did you see the Trump rally a couple years ago?
Yes, I was there. Oh, I don't want to make more jokes again. But yes, I was. Yes, I've seen it. And when it's all said and done, yes. But I will sit there and state, though, if we started a civil war over banning TikTok, that is what I'm saying. That's like, that would just be fucking crazy.
Right.
Go Trump. I'm fine with that if that's what people want to do. I don't give a fuck either way. But if we start making it to where bread costs $5 and our rent gets paused for a year, you know what? We should start over TikTok.
I just want to say real quick, I just want to get my prediction out of the way, but I think the Civil War in the States would take place over Taylor Swift. Something about her career has really created a divide between fans and non-fans. I think the Civil War will be over her.
You know what? I can see that. If Taylor Swift started talking about TikTok, oh my god, shit's gonna go down. But
I actually think I'd end up being on Team Swift too. By the way, I'm not a big fan of her music, but it just tells me I'm just gonna end up on Team Swift.
Right. Team Swift.
I would be on Team Swift, and the biggest thing is jokes aside, she has a good past. She has a good past.
She's pretty legit. Like, she doesn't really do a whole lot of messed up stuff.
No, I just don't like how she just became like Beyonce out of nowhere. It's like Beyonce was like, you hear the words Beyonce, and you had 5-year-old girls and boys screaming down the streets. Now you say Beyonce, and someone's like, I listened to her CD. You hear Taylor Swift, people are like, I will fucking kill a cat. Give me her. So it's like, no, I don't like how all of a sudden out of just the last 2 years, Taylor Swift has now became like the fucking leader of Scientology. Like, I don't like that.
You don't like that, do you? You gonna fight about it?
Well, I also feel like a lot of music gets like fan base based off like the connection that like a certain generation has with like someone's music and whatnot. Like for a long time back in I think the 70s and 80s, my brother was told me that Ozzy Osbourne was like the guy, right? Anything that Ozzy said was like God, right? And now this man talks like so.
I think I made too many jokes on him in the past, so I think I can't make any more.
What, is Ozzy Osbourne?
It's still one of the
Yeah.
It's still one of the best commercials for a video game ever. Was that Wrath of the Lich King one with him?
Oh yeah, I remember that one. That was good.
And the Mr. T one with the Mohawk grenade, which apparently
Oh, yeah.
people still have if you're on the rare occasion.
Yeah, the good old Mohawk grenades.
So with the TikTok thing, here I think is the biggest thing. It's definitely getting banned. Even if someone buys it, there's gonna be so many more issues with it. This is why I always tell people go on different platforms. And I know that's gonna be the biggest thing that comes out of this is everyone's gonna start making more content saying, hey guys, please follow me here. I will give YouTube a lot of credit, and YouTube is ran by Google. They didn't want TikTok to be banned. Because they also know what's gonna happen. Is a new person gonna step in and it might be better. And it becomes more of a trying to figure this out and who does it better. YouTube started already kind of having that nice competitiveness with TikTok, but now we have fucking Facebook Reels and we have Instagram and we have Instagram Reels and we have fucking Snapchat still. I didn't think Snapchat Reels were a thing, but that's a thing. So yeah, Snapchat.
Twitch also has now those things too, like
I know.
I mean,
so,
it's on there. They're trying to. They're like, hey, we're kind of relevant, guys.
Like, hey, you wanna try something? It's like, no. I just want to watch the puppies.
Vine's apparently coming back too.
Yeah, it's called TikTok.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, TikTok is Vine. It is a better version of Vine. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, because Vine was ahead of its time, and then TikTok came in. And so if Vine just comes back, it's just going to be what replaced TikTok. But I think the biggest thing is just go more platforms. Yes, Joseph.
So I just think the difference is that Vine is a specific format, whereas TikTok is a full-on platform that allows for different kinds of formats. You can do very short videos, you can do long-form videos, you can do live streams, you can do landscapes now. Vine, sure, you can technically say it was a platform too. Anything that distributes media would count as a platform and / or a publisher. But Vine videos were like what, 7 seconds long? And then if you unlock, and then you have like the 10 or the 15-second ones. So Vine encouraged very specific kind of content. It was mostly comedy. So people still do Vines on TikTok. I still do Vines on TikTok in the same way that I might write a tweet that is, or an X post that is long enough to be on X. But then if I just do that same post on Facebook, I've essentially written an X on Facebook because I conformed to the X rules, and Facebook just so happened to comply with those rules too. Whereas if Facebook says, no, you can't post unless it is more than this amount of characters, now I've written 2 different pieces of content for 2 different formats. Now that said, I'd love to. I have mixed feelings about Vine coming back. I don't know if I just don't know if it's a good idea to bring it back. I think it lives on in people's memory very well. You can still see old Vine videos on there. But what we do need are video platforms that cater more to specific niches. Because, okay, so let's look at YouTube, for instance. I might watch a video for 5 minutes. I might watch it for 10 minutes, 17 minutes, whatever. But at least I'm dialed into that niche. Mm-hmm. And it's much more difficult to be dialed into a niche on TikTok, because 1 minute it's cooking, then the next it's fishing, and then the next it's, I don't know, tea or something, and it just goes from one thing to the next to the next. But if there was like a comedy one, there was like a tech one, I think would actually really help retention, because people go in knowing at least the general expectation for it. Like, I'm going in for comedy videos, but maybe I want to see more stand-up clips, maybe less sketch videos, or I want to go onto the tech app. I want to see new developments in AI, but I don't really want to see what's going on in the new phone space. So there's still like loads of niches. There's still there's still much that the algorithms can do to really curate the experience. So that's all I have to say about that.
Also, to add to the TikTok things, we'll probably end up moving on to another one after this, is like there's plenty of apps that just recently came out or have been out before TikTok that do what TikTok does, kind of, but like their algorithm, rig 'em up.
You
know what thank you.
I'll get rid of them.
Thank you. Like they're just bad. One of them is Clapper, which I'll show you guys to give you the idea of literally the same exact thing, right?
Looks like TikTok.
Looks like literally it's TikTok. You do all the same stuff that TikTok does. They just do it slightly differently. Like we're talking like, look, videos, everything, the whole nine, scrolling upward, things like that, right? It's all there. And except like it doesn't really give you the videos that you watch like we do on TikTok, right? It's just like, oh, it's some random video that makes no sense to me, or like I have no interest in that, things like that. But they're trying to capitalize on this right now. The Clapper web app, excuse me, and like there's a lot of other ones that's coming out. There's one that's very kind of like Clapper and MySpace put together. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head. I could probably have that ready for you next podcast or something like that. But Clapper seems to be probably the closest one to TikTok. That's kind of just straight up being TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
That's out there. So don't expect a lot more of these random apps to come out. That's going to try to take that crowd. You know, like, oh, hey, we're like TikTok. We do the same thing, but better. Or like less this or more of that, things like that, right? So everyone out there just know that TikTok's not going to get banned anytime soon, if at all, in the United States. But if there are other alternatives, social media is all over the world. It's really easy to get to. If you haven't noticed already, Jordan probably has seen it. We've probably all seen it, where there are streamers like myself that are on TikTok, but we have been streaming other platforms like Kick, Twitch, and like other platforms like that as well. So like be sure to check out all your content creators that you do love on TikTok, because most of them will probably have Twitch, Kick, other things like that now. So go support your favorite content creators on other platforms, except for Jordan. Screw that guy.
Yeah, I'm a bitch. Speaking of you're on TikTok, by the way. So I kind of released Demons to the boys on Wednesday. You know, when Daddy never shows, and so Wednesday was your guys' night, and we should really never just let a woman in. Just to keep it guys' night. Anyways, sexist straight out of the way. So I explained to them this because I just felt weird about it, but I wanted to bring it up to you. Just happens to be on a podcast. So I was scrolling through, you know, the lovely TikTok, and you popped up. Not just you popped up, your live stream popped up.
Really?
And you were just chatting with these girls, dude. You were having a blast, and I was like, I don't want to say anything. Like, it was such a weird experience because it didn't feel like the right environment for me to be like, hey, you know. I was just like, I just felt weird about it. I watched you for like 3 minutes and then left. And because it wasn't even one of the ones like you sent me the live stream for, to be like, hey, I'm live, here, watch this. It was a random one. Like, you didn't even show your face, you showed a photo of yourself, and it was just like I was like, I feel weird if I just like, they're not playing games, they're talking. Like, I don't.
Oh yeah, I must have been like on my phone doing like TikTok battles or something.
It could have been. It could have been. I wasn't there long. But yeah, I just felt weird about it. Like, it was just a situation I came into, and I was just like, I don't want him to notice me. I fucking left.
That's hilarious.
What needs to come back?
Leave a call, like, or if you join and leave a live stream, does it say?
Like, at the bottom of it, it'll tell you, but because of like my account being on the FYP, you see tons of people going in and out of there. Like, so it just scrolls really, really fast. So unless he's in there and like says something, or if he taps the screen to like it, I'm not gonna notice.
And I didn't. I stayed in the bushes. I was like, Daddy can't know. And I just kept scrolling past. Actually, I'm pretty sure I shut off the app. I didn't just keep scrolling past. I think I thought it went, I feel weird about this. Just turn off the phone.
Straight up close the app completely.
Yeah, you made me close TikTok.
Good.
That's what you did.
But
no, honestly, yeah. Go ahead, Charles.
I was just gonna say, you know what needs to come back? Freaking forums and actually moderate it properly. That way, there's people up somewhere they can talk and discuss things without having to get freaking blasted, freaking like on X.
Isn't
you want to talk about
just
something
Reddit?
that probably keep? You want to talk about something that freaking will keep viewer attention? Just freaking loop a freaking 10-second video of Jordan twerking, freaking 1 hour, and freaking watch those views.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain forum was Reddit.
Yeah, I think forums is Reddit, but hold on, Charles is watching me twerk. Are we just gonna let that just scroll right on past? He's like, hey, just watch Jordan twerk on repeat for 10 seconds. It's like, fucking what?
How many times have I freaking, you know how many times I've seen you fucking twerking.
Oh, thanks for noticing my physique.
Like Reddit is definitely the evolution of forums, but I just want to say, like Reddit is the evolution of forums, but it's still not quite the same thing because forums were time-based only. So whoever posted the post had their post locked into that thread in the conversation. So whereas with Reddit, you can do that if you want to. You can sort it by date posted, but you can also sort by popularity. And so what that does is it creates more of like a live, almost like a bit of a hybrid of like a forum / a chat room where people are responding to what's interesting to them. I still remember like reading like old school forums back on like Newgrounds or when I was playing like the original Guild Wars. And the beauty of forums is that you could quote somebody else, you can respond to that. Your conversation might be going on as kind of like a C plot or a D plot in the middle of a long form forum conversation. But the beauty of it is that it was first come, first serve. So the quicker you were to say something of ideally of substance on a forum post, the better off you were because people were more likely to read those initial posts and carry on from there. So no, Charles was right. Like it is a unique thing that we could stand to have, but unfortunately Reddit, then that particular format does bring a lot of that to the table and a lot of other stuff too.
Okay, I thought they were the same. I wasn't around during forums, so
they're close.
I don't know.
It's not that far off, but there is something distinct about forums. So I just want to say that.
Okay.
I just remember that I used to be friends with a guy that's tried to freaking get a website like that. That was like a forum and shit. We could post discussions, topics and stuff, and like, it was like a message board freaking at the time. Something that we started doing for a little bit, and then we just stopped doing it after a while.
Okay, so pretty much a public, personal chat room. Like, only people in the chat room can chat, but...
Yeah, because, I mean, you had other things like, LiveJournal way back in the day, and a whole bunch of other things. Shit that was out before you were born, Jordan.
Thanks. I got told I was 42, by the way. Just a side note. I was told I was 42.
It's probably the gray hair.
It might be.
Still look like you're freaking 18 or some shit.
Thanks. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. That's the nicest thing you've ever said.
Lie to him some more.
Fuck you. You look like you could be my daddy twice.
Yeah. Call me Grandpa.
Oh, Grandpa! But no, if forums did come on back, if forums did come back or a new form of forums, I think it would be cool to dive into. But I would definitely say if you could find something to be an early investor in, not like your life savings, but like find a way to get like early involved in, I would do it. You know, because the thing is even if you're just helping them beta test it or whatever, you could have so many more opportunities in the future by doing stuff like that. So if you see stuff out there, like someone's like, hey, I'm trying to recreate forums, or hey, my buddy is like really getting involved in this, try to see if you can't dip your toes into it. I'm not saying you need to become like an owner of it, but if you did, also, I mean, you would get paid good money to sit around and do nothing. So could be very, very beneficial.
Ask yourself, like, what is the continued value of this, right? Because you don't just want to do a nostalgia investment. You want this to be good for a good reason. And an example of this is vinyl. Obviously, vinyl was replaced by cassettes, which was then replaced by compact discs, which has been replaced by digital media. But all this time, no one had been able to compress music as well as vinyl does. I mean, vinyl damn near plays the instruments for you on the spot, and there's a richness to the sound quality that no other format has been able to do. Not even live performances. Like even live performances falter in ways that like a vinyl recording does. So vinyl is the best way to listen to music. And so I would think of it along those lines is what are with the characteristics that just make this thing really good? And does it just need a modern update? Does it just need some extra paint? Does it need some tweaking?
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
And cockroaches.
What?
They don't sound, music doesn't sound as good. I'm sorry guys, I've been restless about my computer, so I just try to pull down my toolbox from the highest shelf with one hand.
Hey, you know what? You're doing all you can.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought.
On topic.
Yeah, go ahead.
On topic of vinyls, they're actually starting to make a comeback because I've seen people making vinyls of freaking video game music. People are spending money to buy them.
See, I actually agree. I don't think they're making a comeback, but the older stuff is starting to return. And so you could look at the historical like marks of it all, and it comes down to fashion. So as you notice, like bright colors and stuff like that were out of fashion like early 2000s. It was all like, hey, wear one color, all this stuff. But in the 90s, it was brighter colors. And in the 80s, it was more brighter colors and more patterns and stuff like that. And we can see us starting to go back in that area. And then that
our clothing was colorful, like from the end of World War II all the way through to 9/11. And then after that, it was all just grays and blues and blacks.
Kind of, yeah.
You want to talk about something? You want to talk about
no
something?
one wanted to wear like Jasmine shirts after the Twin Towers blew up. Okay, no one wanted to wear color. We haven't wanted to wear color since.
Well,
you want to talk about something that I'm glad was left in the 90s and the early 2000s? Freaking frosted tips can go to hell.
Dude, let's get frosted tips.
Jordan, you have gray hair. You already have it.
Damn it! Wait, no, I could get actual like tips and stuff like that. I mean, you know what? Yeah, I just look closer. That's pointless.
His hair makes him look like he's. God. Oh, his hair right now just makes him look like freaking JFK.
Yeah, it already looks like just spike it up top. Do that like Chad hairstyle.
Dude, for the audio listeners, I'm playing with my hair now to try to get it to look that way.
Oh man, make Jordan look like Scotty Too Hottie.
Oh God!
Look at Jordan. He's like,
I don't know who it was, by the way, but ladies.
He's like, hello.
I hate the fact that I remember him. I hate the fact that I remember who Scotty Too Hottie is.
Image of Steven Crowder right now, which is not going to go over well with everybody, but you do look like him right now.
Hair goes back.
Dude, I
thought about doing the podcast in the closet. I have a closet over here, and I was like, I could just do the podcast in the closet, and then just not tell anyone.
I mean, don't you do that already?
Yeah. If you keep an eye on Funker's screen to the bottom left, I'll be coming out. Right. Dude, that was so fucking trippy. I just been secretly into Funker's closet.
I was gonna say, when has Jordan ever come out the closet?
Never. Honestly, I think I came out a long time ago. Because here's the thing is, I've already said this a lot. I could be gay. Because here's the thing, I just don't give a fuck. Like, when it's all said and done, it's the person. I really don't care. Now, not gonna say like, but you guys don't want a Saturday. Oh, gets me going. No, but it's like, it's you know, I love titties. I love all of it, but it's like I don't know. It's not gender fluid. You can get a fleshlight.
So, you might want to look into something called demisexual. It's what I am actually. It is where you got to have like a bond, like a bond with somebody, where you can have like an emotional, like an emotional attachment to them, to where you care about them.
Mhm.
I'm not really into like dick either. But like I've had like a boyfriend before where we didn't do anything, but like we were, we've tried to mess around. This was like my early 20s and stuff like that. But yes,
So if I hear this correctly, to identify as a demisexual, you you can't connect. You have to have a connection with somebody in order to. Like, you have
feel
to
romantically
connect with
involved.
them, connect with them. Okay, how does this differ from the stereotypical heterosexual two people are attracted
Um,
to each other, fall in love?
well, here's the thing: is that most people can just meet each other, like unless let's say Tinder or something like that, hook up,
Mhm.
and then just start dating. If when you're demisexual, that's not really a thing. You're not even like sexually attracted to them. Like you're not really into them. Think of it this way: people think that when you're in the friend zone, you're never going to like date, right?
Mhm.
Demisexual, that it's the other way around. You have a better chance of being friends with me for a long period of time, and we get that connection, and we get like that kind of close to where those feelings happen, and then you can't get rid of those feelings. The negative side of being demisexual is one, if I let's just say like I'm really into Jordan, right?
Who
And
wouldn't be?
I tell I hate him. Um and like I tell Jordan, like, hey, I'm really into you, blah 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 blah. And he's like, hey, I'm not into you like that. It takes a while for me to get rid of those emotions and feelings with someone before like we're back to like just being friends or whatever. Um and that's sometimes even when you break up with somebody, it's hard to move on from that person because they're always going to be there because you've gained that deep like connection with somebody. And like with normal people, they can just feel connected to somebody, dick down or get dick down, start dating, and then being cool with each other and loving each other immediately.
I would love to get like 6 people in the room with like different sexualities and stuff like that and learn more about it. Because it's something that's like, I personally don't see anything as like, yeah, I'm not attracted by any. Like, I will look at a woman going, damn, she's nice, but not like, damn, give me 5 seconds in the bathroom. But it's like, that's just me. But in the same boat, it's like, but like Joseph was saying, like, what is that difference? Is it an all emotional thing? Because I can all see it's like depends on the person. Some people are like, yeah, me and my girlfriend are in a relationship, and she's like, we hooked up twice at an Applebee's. What the fuck? But then it's just lack of communication. So it's confusing for me. Only thing I can tell you is if you're gay or you're not. Because at least then it makes kind of sense. You're like, hey, I like dudes. It's like, okay, let's go. I like women. Okay. Not for me. But it's just, yeah. I'll be interesting. We need to get 6 different sexualities on here and not get canceled right afterwards. Everyone on there is just full of making jokes. Yeah, that would not be the world's greatest thing. But I don't know if I
I
am.
realize I'm just trying to pre-cancel myself. I don't know. I must have thought about this like a week or 2 weeks ago. I just like just going forward, just gonna act like I've already been canceled. Because what else are we gonna do, right? Just toe the line until it happens anyways. Like there's certainly enough material out there that someone wants to cancel me, they can do it. So just like
Right.
just go ahead, just do it.
Be like, I'm gonna pre-cancel myself, like
Yeah.
Uno style.
Yep.
My thing is like, yes, you shouldn't go sitting there telling somebody to go themselves. And you also shouldn't like you shouldn't say things that you're not prepared to leave your mouth. You know, if you're okay with it leaving your mouth, okay, just be prepared for its actions. But all in all, you shouldn't have to censor certain things you say because it's like, bro, just live fucking life. You're worried about getting this whole cancer thing. I've said the N word on camera, and you know what? I'm still here. That's right, I said it. Skull Hunter Games.
Not as bad as some of the shit. Not as bad as some of the shit that you've said when we're playing Fortnite or some shit on Wednesdays.
Those are never being recorded.
I'm gonna say if I ever want to blackmail you guys, I'll just join you on a Wednesday night.
We have a rule: no audio recordings. We're supposed to do no recordings, but Charles has no audio, so it's like it's a fine line. But for like, no, there's no recordings. It's a trust. It's a trust. Also, by the way, I brought up a funny joke earlier, and it's finally rested with me that the joke I made probably isn't going to be the smartest bet, because Scientology has attorneys. I just finally clicked in my head and went, oh yeah, no, I went, they have real lawyers. And I've met them. I'm like, I probably shouldn't make jokes.
Hilarious.
The people from, okay, I'm falling in a deep hole. The people I met at Scientology were actually very nice, and they didn't want me to drink any Kool-Aid. But they did offer me a lot of free coffee, so I could have already drinking the Kool-Aid. But I will say, the people I met were nice. But I judge people on themselves, not their religion. Or their cult. If you're in a cult, kill. So I gotta ask, are you doing the PC repair?
Yeah, except one of the screws is stuck.
Okay.
It's the only one it's the only one I can get out. I gotta get out. I got all the other screws out, but one of them is stuck, and I can't get it out. And if I can't get it out, I can't open the laptop.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
Watching laptop repair live on camera, faking on the podcast. Well, they're also doing a podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, actually, hold up. This is probably gonna mess up the
Got it.
Alright, it's fine. Dude, so it's funny he's doing that because I brought up about starting a new show on a new channel whenever I have time, and it's called Mess Tech. And the worst part is I have 2 videos now for this idea, and the idea is becoming more of a when am I gonna post it kind of thing now. It was just a little, oh, it'll be fun. Okay, you don't really need audio, but just like this clearly shows like I put work behind it, built a PC, a lot of humorous remarks on it. I'm starting a channel called Mess Tech, and it's gonna be me putting technology together like an idiot, but still having the end results. So not this whole fine nitty, oh guys, you gotta put these 5 screws in like this. No, I'm gonna be like, oh fuck, we're missing about 2 of them. We'll grab some duct tape. That sounds right. The fans will fit in there somehow. But yeah, I started recording not too long ago. You can definitely see the grays now. I'm probably gonna edit that out. But yeah, I sat there, did a whole entire setup. Took 2 hours to build the computer, but we got there.
Did I have that computer?
If you're gonna start me.
Unfortunately, it's Brittany's. You have to fight her.
I'll just wait for the next one.
I'll sell tickets.
If anything, join the favorite.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you're gonna start doing that as a whole separate thing on a new channel, if anything, just go ahead and just launch a new channel, post those 2 videos, and just promote it on your main channel under Brittany's, freaking and just see where it goes.
See, that's the biggest thing recently has been just having time to do anything. Because, so for those you don't know, I run a roadside business, and roadside business is great, except when you venture into new areas, like trying to help people. And so, like, we've had storm season, we go out, we are first responders, we help the counties out, clear roads, move debris off the road, pull vehicles back on the road who slid off or got blown over, like semi trucks. We're out there helping them. And then you have, like, my weekend should have been full of just editing and filming and getting stuff, last few challenges on Fortnite done. No, I was in Oklahoma and got barely any sleep. I almost flipped the car because we drove in over 2 feet of water because you just couldn't see the road. Had to block off the road for over 2 hours just to then go, hopefully the sheriff arrives so we can get the fuck out of here. And then it's past midnight and I'm like, cool. Man, luckily getting home shouldn't be too long. 3 hours at 30 miles an hour. I'll get home at 6 o'clock, and that's what happened. I got home at 6 a.m., got an hour nap, and then went out to a call at 9. I've never been this lack of sleep in so long. But it's like these little bursts of energy I keep getting. I'm like, okay, I got this. And then I go to the gym. I'm like, I don't got this. One step out way going. So the answer, as I have a speech impediment, the answer to that is I will once I have time. I'm gonna launch a new channel. I already have 2 videos. One is doing a replacement on the PC, my current PC, and the other one was building Brittany a new PC for under $1,200, I think it was. So, and it's better than my computer, and I fucking hate it. Keep telling I'm going to steal it because I can't edit on mine because it's so slow now. Compared to hers, oh my god.
Don't forget to promote this new channel when you do freaking, even if it's in short form. We can post the promotion for the new channel on your channel, and also do it one on Brittany's channel since she has more subs than you.
Yeah, there's the thing with the sub count too, and I know this gets brought up a lot, but with the sub count, it's like, yeah, that would make more sense, but we have an algorithm that is so fucking great. If you go to someone's page who does makeup and they have 1 million subscribers and that makeup channel shouts your gaming channel out, is that really going to help? You might get subscribers off it, a viewer that stays for 3 seconds showing YouTube that your channel is falling. It could do more hurt than anything else. I'll just rather start at 0 and then let the algorithm naturally do what it needs to do.
Yeah,
and pick it up.
I'm with Jordan on that one because you'll get a lot of people, like TikTok is back to TikTok. You get a lot of people that be like, hey, yeah, follow this person. They're cool, blah, blah, blah. Most of the people that, support me on like TikTok are like haunt actors, right?
Mm-hmm.
They do it year round, or like they're cosplayers. It's cool that they support because we have little something in common. But like majority of the people that follow me, aren't in the video games. They're like, oh, what game is this? This is Dead by Daylight. Blah, blah, blah. This is a 4v1. So I have to explain it a lot. So it definitely does more harm than good than the people promoting you to help you like build your channel. But if those people aren't into the same thing that you are, they're not going to come and like watch your streams. They're not going to come watch your videos. They're not going to pay much attention to them because it's not what they're actually interested in. Now, if this was a more of a makeup thing, then obviously, you'd have a whole lot more viewers. You'd get picked up, things like that. So.
Yeah, if you were in the same line of field for content, it would work. Like if I sat there being a gaming creator, shouted you out, and then people went over to you, at least that's more likely to have carryover. And at least then you're going to get audience because YouTube has this metric that if it shows that your channel has, let's say, 10,000 subscribers, and you can't hit your 10% every video, YouTube's going to start showing that your channel is unsuccessful and it's going to stop promoting your thumbnails and stop showing you in front of people. It's just it's the game you have to play. But with that being stated, me and Brittany have talked about, because her fans love me, but they love me for the reasons I don't put on social media, like, oh, I'm out there helping people and I'm over there, pulling people out of rivers. It's like, okay, that's not on camera for a reason. And so, but Brittany's like, well, we put it on camera and then people can follow you for your personality, your shitty personality, but follow you for your personality and then grow with you. I'm like, yeah, that's maybe. So we're talking about that, but it's just too much stuff. Too much stuff. I'm too damn young. There's too much stuff. I want to break. I want a Kit Kat. I'm an adult.
Basically, Jordan, you want to just do what? You just want to try and build your new freaking. You just want to do what same thing that I did with my freaking channel. You can try to take this freaking tech channel, just freaking grow it naturally, like I did over the course of the last 4 years.
100%, because it's kind of the situation where if I started a tech channel and it's all gaming audience, and they're gonna be like, cool. Are you gonna play the new Call of Duty? No, but I am gonna tell you about how I can't fit this RAM into my computer and how I broke my motherboard in the process. They're gonna be like, cool, I don't want to watch this. So yeah, I'll just start from scratch. Plus, it's fun to start new projects. I think the only thing I'm being worried about is if I start too many things, because then I won't have the ability to finish to certain things. But luckily with like technology and stuff like that, I'm always buying tech. So I can do review videos, I can do all this stuff. I have people send me keyboards all the time and computer parts and stuff like that. So it's like, if people are sending them to me anyways for various reasons, if it's, hey, we want your feedback, hey, we want a review, they're also giving me content to make. So it gives you something.
I'd rather watch your tech review than freaking anything Quantum TV's putting out these days, if he even still is. Fuck that asshole, by the way.
Who's Quantum TV?
Don't ask.
Don't tell.
The scumbag piece of shit who needs to,
Gotcha.
it's a scumbag piece of shit that needs to burn in hell.
Bet.
Well, it's also funny you say that because I'm talking to a buddy of mine, and he was like, "I would like to do like our own podcast once a month of like doing horror movie stuff or horror, like things like that, genre that like we know a lot about, right?"
Hmm.
And I was like, that would be too bad. It'd be nice, and we both are really knowledgeable in that category, so we're like, man, that could be cool. Talking about those, talking about the actors, what's been going on with them, things like that. So getting a few hot actors or a few actors on there because he has a really strong like social background where he knows a few people in some famous actors. So I feel like that could be something. But then, as you guys know what I do for a living, I'm just like, man, I don't know if I have time. I barely have enough time to hang out with my boys.
I know. We were lonely. every Wednesday we're like, Thunker, we're in the door, Thunker, please come down. This is the worst part is we could always fill in a fourth. I have you met him, Anthony, aka Daddy. Mm-hmm. He's like always around now, so he's like, I could be your fourth, and I'm like, listen, it's guys' night. It's open for Funker. He's like, okay, if you change your mind. And we stuck strong for you, bitch.
I was gonna say you're more than welcome to like switch out like that. I wouldn't be hurt too much that you try to replace the real Daddy.
By technicality, Anthony was here before you.
Yeah, I know, but I'm still real Daddy. I'm Double D.
Yeah. Daddy D got that D.
Before him was James when you were playing Counter-Strike a couple of years ago.
No, Anthony's still the first. Anthony, James, Funker. How is that PC coming?
I can't get the back panel off, which is to say I probably could if I got a little more aggressive with it, but I don't have it in me right now to do that. So
okay,
I'm just putting the screws back on. I'm gonna go back to plan A. Just hope that the battery needs more charging.
Okay. Yeah, I was curious as we have the tech channel over to the side here, so you would look good as a tech guy. Like, hey,
I mean, he looks good. He looks good no matter what. What the fuck are you talking about?
Wow, no matter what I say as a compliment, I get thrown under the fucking bus. It's not even a real bus; it's a short bus.
Like, thank you.
Oh,
I would say Joseph is that kind of person. This would be like the one person I would actually subscribe just to watch him do vlogs.
I would too. Wait, how much? Whoa! Before I finish that, you don't know how much you would pay a month. You said subscribe to watch him vlog. That means a subscription. So how much would you pay to watch Joseph do vlogs?
I don't know. How much is $1 in Canadian?
70 cents.
Wait, how much?
70 cents. Sorry, hang on. How does this work? Yeah, so from if I wanted to get a full.
Quit trying to chew on your dad's pillow.
$1
I hate this. Sorry.
So $1 Canadian is worth 70 cents US. So I would need a full additional 30 cents in order to get one full US dollar.
So $1.30.
Well,
I'm gonna take your word on that.
Well, no, because you would also have fees. Because even if you use like PayPal or something like that, you still have to sit there and pay fees. So $2.
No, that's
that's what
the 30 cents was. Because if it's
No, it's just exchange
Listen,
rate. Jordan, you're saying that there's also fees involved. So,
Yeah.
and for me to make $1 Canadian, yeah, probably be about $2 US.
yeah, okay, you're probably right.
Yeah, so $2 a month. I mean,
I'll just-
yeah,
I mean, you can pay for that for my OnlyFans. I mean,
I've tried and it's not going through. You fucking blocked me. When you try to log on to your
I'll just-
buddy subscription for the boys, you got blocked.
uh,
I just sent Joseph 5.
$5 a month to watch. What would you want him to vlog then?
How many vlogs do I have to make, by the way? Because this can either be really worth my time or not.
he's like, hold
I
on,
don't know.
hold on. He's like, I might take his money. Hold on, let's see what's going on.
Yeah, because I mean it's a vlog. You could be like one of those old daily vloggers that are like, guys, today I'm going to the water park with my kids, but because we're on YouTube, we can't show that. Guys, tomorrow's video is gonna be fire. Watch out for that. Ends. Then it's like, what the fuck? So yeah, that's fair. See, I would just
I
watch
wouldn't
them
mind
if you did them.
Shady Oaks Funeral Homes. Have your loved ones buried here at Shady Oaks Funeral Homes. Get the 2-for-1 deal.
Oh, don't forget the
I
type
just put him on.
code Joseph to get a 5% off.
I never
just
want
wouldn't
my
mind
name
seeing-
to be used as.
You guys know me. I don't usually go in for caskets, but when they sent me this finished birchwood with varnish, I gotta tell you guys, I slept like a baby.
I was
Wouldn't mind
just
seeing
out
Joseph
cold.
like just walk.
Up in the
I just
casket.
want to say I just fucking died laughing. I want you to know that. That was fucking hilarious. Oh,
So we
I
Wouldn't
need
mind
to-
seeing Joseph just wandering.
Go ahead.
I wouldn't mind seeing Joseph just like freaking doing a vlog, freaking just wandering around the Pencil Museum if that's a real thing in Canada.
We're not a Dr. Seuss book. You can't just you can't just improvise your way through our infrastructure. We
I don't know why I had to figure out.
review.
I don't know why I had the freaking episode of Fairly Odd Parents where we went to Canada to see a pencil museum in my mind. I just thought that was a real thing.
I just want to put out there his comment isn't what made me laugh. It's what he did that fucking just. He's like,
my thing is like, okay, I get the idea, like, because here's the thing: if any of you guys did vlogs, I would support you and watch them, and I would actually be entertained because I just want to be with you guys more often. So, like, realistically, I would be entertained. But out of all things Charles could have said, like, going around town, showing us a day in life of Joseph. No, he said the fucking pencil museum. What next? Oh, and next week I want him to go through his currency. I want him to start showing off every currency and what they are. Because that would be as entertaining as going through a pencil museum.
be like, hey guys, we're gonna check out my CD collection today.
Well, that could be kind of fire. Depends on what he has. Depends on what he has. Like, yeah, that could be fire.
We got the $10 bill, eh? Well, and we have a Viola Desmond on our banknote, eh? Or is it pronounced Viola Desmond? Well, I'm not sure, eh? But we took a black woman off the maple syrup and put it on $1.
That's what a Canadian freaking money looks like.
Yep.
Jordan is breaking something in the background.
Actually, so I can see Charles and Funker move. Well, I can see Funker struggling for dear life, but I can see both of you move. But Jordan's actually clip had frozen on me. Actually, I'm going to take a screenshot of it before I forget. And it's just Jordan, like, kind of looking over at my frame like this, like, the entire time. That's just been...
Okay, well,
That's like, my fucking face hurts. Oh my
mine
god.
too. I've been dead faced for like the last 4 days. Oh, well, boys, it's about time to wrap up the Scorner podcast. So let's just recap. This is the world's stupidest fucking recap. So let me do it for you. We talked about working out, eating edibles, getting hard. What else did we talk about? We talked about TikTok being banned, something actually useful. And then we talked about YouTube. And then we just lost it. But the title will be something to do with like working out. So we at least have the good first 15 minutes of the video with an actual title and thumbnail. So
Working out. If we can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, okay.
What happens when this is what happens when we don't have a freaking overall freaking like topic or something that we could do a podcast for. I think we just go into freaking random shit.
You know what? Next
And those
week,
are usually the
I will have a pizza tier list. I would just sit there and make a fucking tier list for next week. So if someone doesn't have a better idea, it's like, cool, guess what we're doing? We're all gonna see what's the best pizza. Oh,
spoiler.
God.
New York pizza is the best one.
No, deep dish Chicago. Don't even
That
try
too.
me with that. Yeah, thank you. Falker, what's your favorite pizza?
I would say is it deep dish, like Pizza Hut's deep dish. You know, like where it's like that, like thick.
Oh, so like a deep dish, but not like Chicago deep. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my mind went to the wrong place. Joseph, what's your favorite pizza?
Stuffed crust.
Goodbye, everybody.